Disaster in crypto. We had a horror weekend, and I want to discuss the reasons behind these moves. And of course, which trades I'm watching in these conditions, because a trader must make money no matter what happens with the market. Let's quickly go through the reasons and then we'll move on to the trading plan. First of all, we had this downward move throughout the weekend. Since the stock exchanges were closed, I was under the impression that what's happening in Iran might be a reason because I saw the threats flowing from that area and I thought that this might be the big reason. Last night when traditional exchanges opened, I found that the S&P didn't open with a gap down and didn't make a similar move in Bitcoin's direction. It has small gap down, closed immediately, definitely not a big one. From that moment, I realized that the chances of the Iran issue being the one behind the move were starting to get smaller and smaller. Of course, I also checked oil, including here, because in fact, in such a situation involving a conflict in Iran, the first one affected is oil. So we can go to oil and see what's happening. On the contrary, we see that oil opened with a gap down. In such a situation, if that conflict were the one that mattered for the markets or was behind the move on Bitcoin, we should have had a gap up on oil and, of course, a bullish move. Yes, seeing these two pieces of information, I eliminated this possibility, and after that. However, I went further with the checks to find the real reasons. And the conclusion is as follows. On Friday, as everyone already knows, precious metals crashed worse than altcoins. We see that gold crashed somewhere around 20%. This was a fairly large and significant move in the market, one that produced major and substantial liquidations for those traders who are involved in trading gold. The same situation with similar effects also occurred for silver. We see a similar situation. We had a large crash. Here, the drop is somewhat larger, 40%, which led me to the following conclusion. The very large losses that occurred, which came from the precious metals area, investment funds had to cover these losses because it was the end of the month and they have to report to investors. And from the moment they have some major losses, they close the positions where they are in profit. And in this way, they counterbalance their portfolio. This could be one of the reasons. Plus, I've seen other conflicts that have appeared in the crypto space, such as the CEO from OKX, who blames another exchange. I don't want to say that the fault lies there, but it's another thing that created a bearish sentiment. Yes, also referring to that black day of October 10th and explaining from his point of view what the reason for the market crash back then was. And since that point, more and more people are leaving the crypto space because they no longer have confidence in what's happening here. It's yet another point of view. I can't say that this is truly the reason, but we have to consider all situations to figure out what might have been behind it. All right, let's look at the charts now because we're in an unpleasant situation with Bitcoin. This uptrend, which has been ongoing for quite some time and is currently scaring a lot of people, has caused significant concern in the market. Anyway, many people strongly believe that once this particular trend was finally broken, we officially entered what is known as a bear market. From my point of view, as long as we're above this last low of 70 something thousand, we're still in an uptrend. And the price could very easily bounce from here and return to a new upward impulse because technically we're still in an uptrend. Yeah, things would get complicated, and I'd consider us in a bear market once we make a low below the previous one, and we'd see a downtrend behavior, meaning we'd have lower lows. And then we'd expect a high below the previous one to have the full pattern to see the downward movement. But for now, it's much too early. The only thing, as I told you, that scares me a bit, and I won't deny it, is the existence of this head and shoulders, which is a reversal pattern that we normally encounter at the end of an uptrend. We need to see how it behaves in the coming days. And if Bitcoin truly has the strength to turn around from here and invalidate this potential bearish scenario, another thing that scares me a bit, this one too, because I can't be 100% bullish when there are arguments that don't point in the direction I want for my investments. We have this consolidation that was also broken, and now we're in a breakout of the USDT dominance. As long as we're above this resistance zone at 6.8, which became support, we're in a bearish zone. But if Bitcoin bounces from that 74,000 and starts an upward move, there's a good chance this bullish move will be invalidated. and actually turn into a fake out. And if it turns into a fake out, my expectations are that the entire market will appreciate after that. Crypto, but we'll see how things unfold in the near future. Let's see what we have now on the trading side. Because as I told you, regardless of what happens, we need to make money. We have the movement. Anyway, you know very well from the last video, we discussed short scenarios because we were clearly in a downward movement. And the probability was quite high that after this bearish flag was broken and we exited this small consolidation, we'd head toward the previous low and the support zone, which is exactly what happened. Now, because we've reached the support zone and we're in a potential rejection, I'm no longer interested in short trades on a daily chart. And even if I expand it to a smaller time frame, the most important short scenario for me is only if the price drops below this support zone. Upon retesting, I'll look to execute sell trades with the idea of following the market direction on the current impulse. All right, let's see what we have on a smaller time frame. On a smaller time frame, we see that as I was saying, we have this rejection and in the current situation, we can consider trades on this time frame. We see a potential consolidation because we're still in a downward movement. We've hit a support zone, but we don't have an uptrend behavior yet. The first trade I'm considering here is to execute a short setup in case a false breakout occurs. Yes, for those who want to learn, I'll tell you how you can get that course that I offer for free. You only have one step to complete, it costs you nothing, and you'll understand all these things I'm explaining and how I trade. But we'll discuss more at the end of the video. Okay, the first thing I'm watching is this setup. See, I'm giving you my plan now because before I start trading, I make a plan with potential scenarios and the trades I'm looking for. All right, if the breakout happens and it's not a false breakout, and instead the price comes and forms another high above the one from the breakout, from that moment on, we're clearly in a potential upward movement. The equation applies where the price bounces off support and starts an upward move. And from the moment I see I have a second high above the one main with the breakout, from here, I start looking for bullish setups. Yes, I'll only look to open buy trades since the probability is higher to see the price appreciate. And what's happening here, where the price is currently, for the most part, in my view, is a no trade zone. Yeah, I'm interested in trading these two extremes because once the price chooses a direction, either up or down, things will be much clearer. As long as we stay inside this consolidation, things are a bit more critical. Only if we expand to an M5 interval could we look for certain potential setups, which I'll present shortly, where I'll execute with a much lower risk. Yeah, we see I'd go for identifying this trend because we still have an upward trend movement here. We see I have these two lows that define my trend line. And in this area, I could identify, yes, a support zone. If both are broken, on the retest, I'd be interested in a sell trade, but with very low risk. Yes, because as I said, we're on an upward direction, bouncing off support. But instead, I would take a minor risk in this area with a 1 to 2 take profit. And the stop loss should be above the structure because normally if it goes above the structure, it also invalidates this potential short trade for me. And those are pretty much all the trades that I'll be looking for based on Bitcoin. If I want to execute on other coins, I wait for one of these setups to happen. And only when the Bitcoin setup occurs will I go and execute at the same time on another coin. But you have all these things in that course. It specifically uses Bitcoin dominance, and the way Bitcoin dominance behaves will tell me if it's better to execute on Bitcoin or if it's better to execute on other coins. Because depending on the movement of Bitcoin dominance, we can tell where the volatility is higher at those moments. And as I was saying, if you want to get the course, which costs you nothing, you have only one step to complete. Use my affiliate link to BingX in the description of this material. After you've created your account, gone through KYC, and made a volume of at least $100, you'll also have some bonuses. Yes, that you'll receive from them. After you've gone through this whole process, you'll see in the description of this video an email where you send me your UID. I want you to also give me a Gmail address and I'll give you access to my trading course. where you'll learn everything related to technical analysis, the way I analyze the chart, how I position myself in the market direction. Because, in my opinion, the most important thing is to intuit the market's direction and to be in the same direction as those who control the price. Because I don't use indicators, since indicators most of the time place you against the market impulse, against the direction. And that's why I want to be with those who dictate the direction, not seek to be against them. Besides that, you have the execution setups, the trading plan, the journal, and absolutely all the information you need to become profitable. And as I told you, the price is quite simple. Just create an account through my affiliate link and you'll get information that you can't find either for money. So all that's left for me is to wish you a wonderful day ahead. Good luck with everything you've planned. And of course, last but not least, smile more often because it costs you nothing.